Welcome to the Take It Home podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons 17. Tonight, I'm joined by our lovely, good-looking crew. I'll give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. Country Air Official for Facebook and Instagram, or Country Air Brand on Twitter. For Doc and I as a tag team. I'll give the pass to the one-man riot squad himself.
That would be myself, Gunnar Wicks. You can find me on all social media at Gunnar Wicks. And I'll hand it over to my favorite ref.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ref Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV. # for the Ref Brand. Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Yes. And let's get that breakfast check, boys. Any waffles this weekend? I, for one, only had pancakes. They were delicious pancakes with pecans. It was like, as I have championed 2 Belgian waffles on this podcast for the past months, it feels like now. This place gave me 5 pancakes on the standard order. 2 glorious meals. Can't put over Pancake Cafe enough off of Gammon Road in Madison. Give us a sponsorship.
All right, that's a spot that's got to be hit up.
Yeah. There's great breakfast spots out here. Great breakfast spots. But anybody get any waffles or any other tales of food glory from the weekend?
After a show on Friday night, I was gifted a golden ticket to the Continental Breakfast at a nice hotel. Stipulation, open 6 to 9. Now, on first glance, it was kind of comical, but on realization, it was about 8 o'clock, and man, I could not get up out of bed to save my life. But I realized I had just a little bit of time left. It was like almost a mountain that I had to climb to redeem this golden ticket that was gifted down. And before I knew it, I let the sleep get the better of me, and I missed my breakfast opportunity this weekend. And I heard there were promises of waffles and wonderful tales of breakfast from all the continents. Sad, very sad story on my end this week.
Disappointing. I understand that sleep is powerful, and after a weekend like this one, it's probably necessary to get that sleep.
It was a tough trade-off, and it was a tough mountain to climb, but it got the better of me this time. Next time we'll make that breakfast. Yeah. We'll get those waffles.
I was sad because we'll get into where we were over the weekend, but I believe I saw Kaya with some canes. And I was sad I did not get out quick enough to go get some myself.
Oh, I saw it lingering around. That's a logo that I've only been very new to, but I can spot it out of the corner of my eye from a mile away.
Love seeing it. It's like you see that little white bag with the red logo, and you just know paradise is around.
So true.
All right. Perch, gonna put you on the spot. Never done this before. Do you have maybe a banger of the week?
Oh God, yeah. This week, this song hit home, and it hit hard, and it was banging. Hundreds of people going nuts. This song's a banger on its own, but this weekend it's got a whole new meaning. And when Leonard Skinner, "Give Me Back My Bullets," hit that arena, man, that place was nuts. What a song. Just a great rock song. Love Skinner. "Give Me Back My Bullets" being the Briscoes theme song. Just as hype as a song gets. I told my dad that was the Briscoes theme, and they were like, "Oh God," he said, "Oh God, that's so fitting."
Yeah. The crowd definitely went crazy when that music hit. I mean, a lot of entrances actually were on point this weekend. Had a discussion with Swoggle, Jax, and Dis about "Damn It" on Friday. I don't remember who came out to that, but good on them for that. Some Blink-182 love. But yeah, the entrance music was definitely on point, and definitely, that when that Leonard Skinner drop, that was very memorable moment.
Yeah, that one definitely hit all cylinders. I think as it was hitting, it crossed my mind that this is definitely going to be the banger of the week.
Good shit. All right, boys. Another great week of wrestling, but let's see what we've been watching this week. Gunner, welcome back. You probably have had some time to watch something. What have you been watching this week?
Let's see here. I did watch SmackDown, I think. I only say I think because I'm struggling to remember what exactly I watched on SmackDown. I finished. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that's a good sign of SmackDown or or what.
I was probably trying to sleep off the COVID, so I didn't have really full memory going full bore. Geez, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't recall what happened on SmackDown, but I watched SmackDown. I did finish that Impact pay-per-view, Hard to Kill. I thought that was pretty good. I should watch more Impact. I mean, more wrestling in general, I think. We all know I should be watching, but
hey,
yeah.
We're not here to judge, but
you judge.
but I sip my beer.
But yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's about it. Speaking of golden tickets, Perch mentioned earlier, I watched the original Willy Wonka.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yep, very good movie.
Gene Wilder is the man.
Yes, he is. I watched the like the newer version with Johnny Depp or whatever, like a week or two ago before this one. The original's way better. Classic's always better, especially in the case of Willy Wonka.
Have you got a favorite like room that they went into, or a favorite hijinks or shenanigans that they got into?
I always love the Violet, you're turning violet line. Gets me every time.
That's so good.
Now, admittedly, I have not seen the Johnny Depp one, but I have heard it is close to the. Thanks, man. But I have heard it is closer to the book, and I have read the book. I do prefer the old school movie to the book.
I read the book probably in like elementary school or something,
Yeah,
so I have no memory of what actually happened in the book, but I read it.
I just remember thinking that, the movie's better.
I feel like everybody says books are always better than like the movie spin-offs, but I find that rarely to be true.
I don't know. Like this was a case of definitely the movie being better.
Okay. I just say that because I'd rather watch than read because lazy.
Like because you're like too busy trying to cause riots to read. I get it.
Exactly. I don't have time to read. Like I don't have like hours to spend on a book, but I do have a couple hours to spend on a movie.
Oh, fair. Though this brings up a good point. American Psycho, that movie, great. Watch the movie. But if you can also listen to the book on tape, I recommend that as well because it's even more ridiculous. So for those, if you've never seen, watch American Psycho, Christian Bale movie. It's amazing. And then listen to the audiobook.
When was that movie? Is that like an older movie kind of?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
like
kind of regarded as like a
mid-90s.
classic kind of now,
Yeah,
isn't it?
mid-90s.
Yeah.
Def-
Before he was Batman.
Yeah. Well before he was Batman. Well before he was Batman.
Before Equilibrium too, I think.
Yeah, before Equilibrium. Killer Cross's indie character was kind of based off of Patrick Bateman from that.
Okay.
So
I'll have to check it out. I think I saw that recently on like, well, I haven't seen it, but I've seen like a thing for it on like Netflix maybe or Hulu or some streaming thing that I have.
ooh, I might have to look that
So
up then.
yeah.
Worth watching again. It's a goodie. All right. Zach.
Not much wrestling this week. I want to say I seen clips from I feel like I can't pronounce it. Terminus.
Terminus?
Why do I feel like an idiot? I can't read. I watched clips from that. I seen Daniel Garcia get a clean sweep in his elimination fatal 4-way, tapping out and getting a knockout. Really enjoyed that. I'm gonna try to catch the whole show. Overall, really not much. I watched our match back from Ice, but we'll talk about that later. And mostly still watching more tag matches. Been getting catching up on some more New Age Outlaw matches. 2022. They did license. They are trying to get the copyrights to New Age Outlaws. Anyone just throwing that out there. But yeah, watching some New Age Outlaws, but not much really.
All right. Perch, what have you been watching?
Man, that storyline with MJF, CM Punk is pretty good. Absolutely love it. And he ran into a brick wall of Wardlow this week.
Hell yeah.
Man, how good. Those are two, solid, red hot, wrestlers right now. How are they going to tell this story and do this match? And it was just a good, chess game. And it required the third piece being MJF on the outside to make it happen. Building up Wardlow, hitting everyone with 5-6 power bombs to finish matches. It really puts over the fact that Wardlow is a monster. He's a beast. And when he wants to, he murders people inside the ring and he puts his foot on them to get the pin. It shows that he's a monster and he claims his bodies. So you have people building him up week after week to build up to a CM Punk opportunity, the big match. CM Punk took more power bombs than all of those guys combined.
Yeah, he took a lot. I was very surprised.
That's as professional wrestlers, we take our abuse, and seeing those matches week after week after week with, the talent who Wardlow was in there against, taking the abuse, thinking, man, those guys have got to be feeling it. And here comes CM Punk wearing it worse than any of those guys. To a point where Wardlow, just like every match beforehand, had CM Punk as a laying body done and was about to put his foot on him, and he did. 1-2. He took it off because MJF hopped up. And that's where pro wrestling stepped into place and, storytelling proceeded to carry out. Just an awesome little book was that match. And that's the dynamic of why I love professional wrestling. Moments like that. He takes his foot off, stops the pin, and then, anything that happens after that was just icing on top.
Yep. That was very good. That was very good. I was very intrigued how that match would go. For me personally, AEW didn't disappoint. I am all behind Wardlow in the Powerbomb Orchestra, Powerbomb Symphony, whatever it's called. Yeah, pretty sure Punk took 9 and one was through a table,
including the table.
Yeah, he took like that was the thing. He took like 4, took the one to the table, got thrown back in, and then took like 4 more.
Yeah. That's a tough night at the office.
Yeah. Not fun.
And
not fun.
and the story coming out of it with more tension amongst the crew, just seeing the way that ended and knowing, oh man, the turmoil is happening. It's great. Absolutely love that storyline and long-term storytelling. Daniel Garcia rocking that match against Sammy G was pretty fun. Love seeing Garcia in an opportunity like that, main event. A good, just kind of modern match with 2 guys working their way up to hit their peak. Maybe they're at their peak that best they've ever been, but 2 guys who have yet to reach their full peak. Those 2 guys at age 32, 33, I can't wait to experience when they've got more season, more mind, knowledge for the business. And if they're as good as they are right now, I can't wait to see as the years go on and the influences come around, and just cool to experience. Flipped over to Raw over the week and caught Otis and Chad Gable against old broski, Matt Riddle and RKO. Big Otis fans in this house. He's from way up in Superior, Wisconsin, and just a big brute. When you think pro wrestler, Otis checks all the boxes for a Wisconsin.
Wisconsin wrestler, yeah. For a classic,
so see those guys
Wisconsin
put
wrestler.
on the fact that they couldn't hit the RKO because he's got no neck. Brilliant. And yeah, just good match. New champs. It was a cool one to flip over to.
Yeah, it was, and great story with those 2 from being on the national team. Practicing.
Yeah, real life history, real life wrestling team background. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, when you put all that in, it's a great moment for them. I hope RK Bro isn't done. It seems like a very Randy moment to turn on Riddle. I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, good stuff. Me as well. I saw the AEWs. Loved the Sammy and Garcia match. That was great. I wish they would just hurry up and get to Jericho Kingston and stop teasing it. I just want it now. I did finally start watching that New Japan versus Noah show. I was just confused. I guess it's been on the website for a while, but they just had it listed as Wrestle Kingdom 16, so it was confusing me for a couple days.
Yeah, Wrestle King, like night 3.
Yeah, it was like, wait a
Confused
minute,
me
what?
too.
Yeah. So started watching that. That show's been really good. I know me and Perch talked a little about it. The Congo LIJ match is great. I only thing I haven't watched is the main event because I just want to make sure I sit down and can enjoy that fully uninterrupted for 40. It's a New Japan main event, so I need like an hour. But no, the show has been great. Yeah, LIJ versus Congo. I love Congo. I love Shingo. So, and I love Keno from Congo. So, Keno I just loved how aggressive Congo was during the whole match. Just backing up Keno's words from the second Wrestle Kingdom. Or watch the pre-show with my girl, so she got to see Funky Express versus the 3rd generation. So the Yuji Nagata's Kojima and Tenzan match. It was just very interesting to get her take on Funky Express with Muhammad Yane in there with his giant fro and she's not a fan of Tenzan's haircut, but whatever, it happens. Great wrestling all around. You guys mostly touched on it, but why don't we talk about the wrestlings that we maybe did this weekend? Or I don't know, Gunnar, do you want to talk about what you did this past weekend?
Yes. I had a one-on-one matchup with COVID.
Oh, how'd that go?
I came out on top.
All right.
Good. Yeah, this last weekend I was supposed to Raven and I were supposed to have a match against Bobby and Ethan at ICW, but unfortunately that could not happen because me and Raven both got the vid. But making our way out of that right now, starting to feel a lot better than last weekend and looking forward to next weekend.
Hell yeah, brother. So I mean, I guess since you guys didn't wrestle Bobby and Ethan, Zach, I guess that means we had to wrestle Bobby and Ethan.
What
a segue. We ICW 6 months. We finally made our return to ICW. First and foremost, thank you to the fans. Every time you get a welcome back chant, I don't know how anyone else feels about it. I always like take it serious. I always am happy. Lets me know what we're doing brings value to the brand. So thank you to all the fans who have missed us. We have missed you, and we're back at ICW, and we had to handle Gunner and Raven's lightweight for them. And Doc, how'd it go?
I think it went great, especially since we came up with the win. But it was awesome to be at ICW's new venue, the bar. Let me make sure I pronounce that right. It's DABAR. It was a good time, awesome lighting, kicking people in the face and stomping people in their head. What did you think?
Oh, it went really well. Super fun. For those who kept saying they missed La Pica, the bar is very, 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 very similar to La Pica, except that if La Pica grew up and got a little bit bigger, that's how the bar felt.
If La Pica got 50 feet more 50 feet more space, it would be the bar.
Exactly.
Not a lot more space, but just a little bit more.
Hey, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a bigger locker room than La Pica, so
there's a bigger locker room than La Pica. That is a blessing.
Yes, sir. And then we had the Royal Rumble, which I think we both did fairly well. I made it down to the final 6. I was out here eliminating people left and right. I know Doc was out there kicking heads off. So, the goal is to come back and give back what was ours, and we're on the right track to it.
Yep. These are just the first steps. And then Saturday, we made the trip down to Hoffman Estates in Chicago, in Illinois.
The Sports Plaza, I believe it's called.
Yep, the Grand Sportsplex.
Grand Sportsplex. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. To help out with GCW, but for that, why don't we pass it on off to Perch and he can tell you about his weekend.
Yeah, guys, it was a really fun weekend. Kick things off with Game Changer Wrestling coming to the Midwest. We had a show Friday night in Detroit, Michigan, at a bar, or not a bar, at a old concert venue called Harpo's in Detroit. Really cool, lots of history. You could feel it in the walls. Just about every hard rock band over the past 40 years, 50 years have played there. So a really cool old venue, and we were right in the pit, and a really cool experience. Anytime getting to work with Game Changer Wrestling, especially nowadays, it's a lot of great minds to be around, and people to bounce ideas off of and to learn from. And this night ended up having 2 matches in Detroit. The first one was Jordan Oliver against Leon Ruff. 2 really good young wrestlers. Leon having experience from NXT, and Jordan Oliver from MLW, and really all the independents. Both the guys really, really good, top of their game, can kind of bring anything to the table. Wrestlers, technical or storytelling as well. Really fun match to work. And then the next match I had was a tag team match between Effie and Allie against Ricky Morton and Too Cold Scorpio. Man, just an unbelievable experience. Too Cold. He's been in town before, working with Legacy Wrestling and tended bar
Yeah.
at the Drunk Uncle. I remember seeing him in Tampa Bay for GCW then, and saying, "Wow, just unbelievable how phenomenal Too Cold still is."
Yeah.
And he gets the crowd going, nuts. And Ricky Morton is someone who, I mean, selling out arenas to 80,000 people back in the day, just nonstop. That was just business for all those guys and the Rock and Roll Express. Got to meet him for the first time at the MEPW up at, it's Coyotes now, but it was it Bick's place at the time?
I was not there when they were running.
Okay, yeah, with the sand pit up north, and Ricky Morton was there one time. So many years later, he was just at Rise to Honor the other week. That was awesome to see. So I got to work with him in Detroit this night, and a good tag team match, fun all around. And then there's a hardcore death match that I was on standby working outside the ring for. Those are always crazy. And then after that night, we drove the distance over to Hoffman Estates the next morning, which is just outside of Chicago, and a nice area, the Grand Sports Arena. That's where the GCW War Games was, and the Second City Summit later last year. Some fun times at that arena. And this time was just the same. Got to work 3 different matches throughout the day, and each one was kind of an unbelievable experience. The first one being Too Cold Scorpio challenging Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. That was wild. Very, very cool experience with that ROH World title. And Gresham, before I even got into the wrestling business, which we all are, Gresham is one of my favorites. Ring of Honor and Gresham is the wrestling that I love, the wrestling I stand for, the stuff that as an adult got me back into just falling in love with pro wrestling enough to wanting to join. So to have that opportunity inside the ring with a legend like Too Cold, a modern legend paving his way still, Jonathan Gresham, and the ROH title, just a really cool moment. A lot of good motivation from those kinds of times. And the next match I had was Ricky Morton going against Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona comes out and cuts a scathing promo, just ripping on everybody and talking about how ECW was, and ripping on, anytime he brings up guys like Paul Heyman and stuff, and saying how he knows them better than anyone else does. Like, it's a fun dynamic. The GCW crowd is a rabid fan base and kind of mimics ECW from back in the day. So when you get Matt Cardona cutting them off and really saying that it's his version.
Yep, and singing his In Sync.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, that was horrible. And he does the old trash can with the title. He won the so-called TV title off of Rhino the night before in Detroit, and then he took the title and threw it in the garbage can the next day in Chicago. Then Ricky Morton came out and kicked his ass. Field hip toss Hurricane Rana combo.
Yeah.
One thing led to another, and Ricky got the roll up on Cardona. The place went nuts. It was a cool. Now that's a cool story being told.
And it led to probably the funniest line of the night, for me at least, which was immediately after the roll up, Cardona grabbing the mic, being like, "Guys, I've been an asshole."
The moment of levity.
Yeah. I mean,
and the look in his eyes, too.
Yeah, then they jump Ricky, but that moment right there was perfect.
It was so genuine too. The look in his eyes, he meant every word of it for that second. It's so funny. And then setting up for their big pay-per-view at the Hammerstein next week. So some cool storylines going into it. And then the main event on the pay-per-view was the Briscoe brothers defending the GCW tag team titles against the Misfits, including John Wayne Murdoch, who we worked with back at the old Insane 8 in particular. Cool experience. A lot of different people from different walks of the wrestling business, and to be inside the ring with the Briscoe brothers. We've gotten experience with them working with Ring of Honor and helping out over the years, but being able to share the ring with them was something else. A couple of absolute legends, and they've already paved the way, and now they're just kind of going through bonus land right now. Awesome match, good little hardcore action, and just a brawl, a fun title match all around, and yeah, it ended up being a phenomenal weekend. Great times.
Definitely. And me and Zach were there helping out, standing on the sidelines, doing whatever is needed. It's a great show. Like I said, the Cardona line was probably, for me, my biggest pop of the night. But yeah, it was a great show. Check it out on Fight TV. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's super fun. Ran into Ricky. He wanted to play a little joke on me and kept telling Brett Lauderdale I was Joey Janela and kept saying, "Brett, there he is right there. So there's Joey." So that.
Yep, Zach just going around looking like every wrestler ever.
I got mistaken with Doc Simmons as well, so
Yeah, nobody cares about me. So guys, it's 2022. New year, new goals. What you got on the docket that you want to accomplish this year? I'll go down the line. Let's start with Zach.
I mean, clear. Everyone knows that if you're watching like the independent scene, you can see promotions like Game Changer, AAW, and all that. You can clearly see those guys are the guys who are getting like these, who are stepping up to this next level, getting recognized, getting these earning these opportunities, not getting them handed, earning these opportunities, such as like AEW dark matches and everything else. So the goal is to, I guess, hopefully get on their radar, get on the show, start proving what I'm about, really become a regular at these shows. I would love to, when you see like Game Changer, they go from New York to Chicago, to Detroit, to Chicago, LA, Texas, they're not just like a promotion that runs in a territory. They're going all over the country, worldwide. That's something that gets you excited. I want to be a part of that. AAW, Logan Squares always puts on great shows, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be starting to get recognized by start breaking out, I guess, those are the main goals. And then the fun goal, now that Road Dogg has been released from WWE, I need that match. I think I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like, dude, what, he's kind of getting older, it could be. And I was like, I don't care if it's up front of like 3 people, up front of 1,000 people. I would love to get a match with Road Dogg. They're filing, obviously, if Billy Gunn's filing copyrights for the New Age Outlaws, there's ideas for them tagging. which excites me because I would love to have a match against the New Age Outlaws. Hopefully Doc will enjoy that as well. But yeah, goals are to travel. Oh, hit more states up too. We got some things in the works we're talking to. Nothing set in stone yet, but work in new states, work in promotions such as like Game Changer, AAW. I mean, when AEW comes back, I want to get a dark spot and show what we can do, show what I can do. So those are some of my goals.
Nice. All right, Gunner.
I think I have the very stereotypical goal of getting in better shape this year, as does most of the population of the world when it comes to New Year's. Yeah, it's probably the biggest one. Having COVID this last week, I kind of ate not like a heavyweight champion should eat, or any normal person for that matter. Too much shitty food, junk food, stuff like that. But yeah, that's the biggest goal, just get in better shape. I've fluctuated a lot, I think, in weight the last few months. I lost a bunch of weight a long time ago, gained some, lost some, gained some, lost some, but I want to lose it, keep it off, stay in good fighting shape for a while. Beyond that, just keep doing what I've been doing and having more matches, keeping that BCW title as long as I can, taking other titles, as many as I can, and keep kicking ass and causing riots.
Good shit. Perch.
Yeah, this year in particular, I want to continue to go to some promotions that I've had my eye on. Really branching out across the US in particular. A few of them that I've mapped out that I would love to make it out to and to experience what the crowd is like and the atmosphere and the promotion, and to get the lay of the land, some states and some places I've never been to. Would love to make it out to Limitless Wrestling out in Maine, out on the Northeast, to experience what it's like out there. Very fun shows through the screen, whether it's clips or whole shows, and would love to experience a Limitless show. Would love to experience a Defy wrestling show, going up to the Seattle, Washington area to feel what a crowd is like. I always wanted to go to Seattle my entire life. Would love to feel the crowd in Seattle and understand the storytelling that they have up there. Again, the shows always look so much fun through the screen. I want to have a full 360 view, a panoramic vision. I want to experience it. Would love to experience a GCW show in Atlantic City. That's a spot that is near and dear to the company and like the heart and the soul. So I want to be right in the heart of it and to experience what a Philly crowd or a Atlantic City crowd or really anything on that Northeast, but really to feel a Atlantic City GCW show would be awesome. Future Stars of Wrestling is one I would love to get to out in Las Vegas. I met a few people from there a few weeks ago, so things could could be in line to have an opportunity, but it takes setting goals. That's why it's an awesome topic that you picked up here. It takes short-term and medium-term goals to work your way up to those long-term goals. And this year, we can set ourselves up for next year, and last year we can set ourselves up for this year. So those are a few companies I would love to experience for the states that they're in, as well as any championship wrestling from Hollywood or Memphis or Arizona or any of the championship wrestling. Would love to hop on and do some cool studio TV wrestling and experience what it's like in their style with the production and the TV wrestling that they do out there. So just a handful of promotions that I've had on my list, and want to make some work this year at least.
Hell yeah, brother. Me myself. First one is quite simple. I want 5 new states this year. I think we're lined up for like 3, so adding 2 more shouldn't be too big of a problem, I hope. I definitely want to get more to the next level on some of these promotions, like get to the AAWs and stuff like that. I know that once again we have some things coming up that are equivalent. We've got the Paradigm coming up next month, and I want to get to those top levels in every state I can, and then. Of course, since I made the list, I'd like to end up higher this year on the PWI if I can. And I'd like to add Country Air to the top 50 tag teams. I know this is that one is a bit of a probably going to be a little bit harder because there's only 50 spots for that. But I just want to do everything I can to keep spreading the brands, keep spreading the name, and just make 2022 bigger than 2021 was or 2020 was. Wrestling has been good to us so far. I just want to keep riding that wave and keep going on that upward trajectory that we've been doing. Okay. And last, I guess what do we got coming up this week? Let's start with Gunner because we already kind of teased it.
Yeah. This weekend, Saturday, I'll be making my debut at Zawa. Pretty excited for that, to start the year off going to a promotion that I've yet to been to. And I'll be going there with Country Air, I think, right?
Oh, Zach, are we going to be there?
Oh, baby, are we going to be there? I kind of hope so, because we are.
Me too, because I need to ride.
We are the Zawa Live Tag Team Champions. So, yeah, we will be out there, Congregation of Reality. Even though I've lost a tag belt, I've never got a rematch for my belt. They are, I guess they're putting in their rematch clause for the tag team championships. We are more than happy to give it to them. I love punching Stumpy in the face, running on his back. I'm pretty sure you feel the same.
Oh yeah, it'll be a fun one. I like beating those guys up. It looks like it'll be Mad Hatter and Stumpy, at least according to the graphic. So looking forward to this one. Looking forward to kicking people in the face, breaking bones, and walking out still champions.
Anakin, don't think we're not looking out for. We don't expect you to we're expecting Anakin to show up. We're preparing. We've learned our lessons about being nice guys and thinking people are going to play fair. So Anakin, if you want to show up, we'll punch you in the face too. I know Doc enjoys that.
Yep. Pow, right in the kisser. It'll be good. And with that, Perch, what do you got this week?
This weekend coming up, we've got Warrior Wrestling on Saturday. And that's coming straight from Indiana, North Bend, Indiana. I think where Notre Dame is at.
South Bend.
South Bend, that's it. Yep, South Bend, Indiana. Coming from like an e-sports arena. Really intriguing photo that I saw from someone's phone a while back, and it's like a cool setup. Really intrigued to see how how it's gonna look right at the peak of the madness. But really excited. Warrior Wrestling can catch it on Fight TV this Saturday. It'll be on East Coast time, being in Indiana. And all.
Yeah.
What a wild thing. But that'll be a fun time on Saturday. And then Sunday, Galley Lucha, right in the heart of Chicago. Should be a good time. Usually following a Warrior Wrestling show, some of the luchadors will find their way over to Galley Lucha the following Sunday. So maybe work with some similar guys, and that always makes for a very fun weekend on the road. And that one usually streams on Facebook Live. You can watch.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead and follow the Galley Lucha Facebook page. They generally do stream their Sunday shows in Chicago. So it'll be a good one.
That South Bend arena, Merle Ramsey was telling me he used to, when he would run shows out in South Bend, that's where he used to run his shows. It's like a, if I'm not mistaken, like a big theater setting, right? Perch like kind of has like the bleacher, like theater seating.
You know, the picture I saw was so, it was mesmerizing. It was taken from like a ceiling looking down on it. So it was like a bird's eye view. So I couldn't tell you what the actual layout of it was. But structurally, it was like a big circle.
For sure, yeah. Merle was just like, I was talking to him about that Game Changer this weekend, and he was telling me about how it's a really fun venue, and he's excited to see it.
Yeah, it should make for a fun time.
Good shit. Good shit. All right, fellas. Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Man, once again, great Muda, still wrestling. And it blows my mind every day. Every moment that I have to sit down and watch wrestling and see if there's a new episode. Is there a new match?
Yep. Like I said, I'm on that main event, so I'll be checking that out.
I can't get enough, and it's like finding out. Sometimes in wrestling, we find out, or we come to find out, that our favorite wrestlers, maybe someone we didn't know or we overlooked as a kid, but as we grow to learn the business, we find that we love everything about that wrestler and how they came to be. In many cases, those wrestlers have passed on, or they're not with us anymore, or certainly not wrestling anymore. In this case, for me, the Great Muda is at a resurgence, and the fact that he's still going, just again, pro wrestling in 2022 is the greatest.
Yes, not a bad time to be alive. Gunner, any final thoughts or questions?
No.
Well, you're pretty, so that's fine. Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Yes, sir. So I know Perch talked about it. We're roughing the Briscoes tag title match. The Briscoes laid an open challenge at Hammerstein in New York. Let's just have a little bit of fantasy booking. Who would you like to see? Like any tag team, who would you like to see accept the Briscoes tag challenge at Hammerstein for GCW?
Got to be FTR for me.
I feel like I'm obligated to say Country Air.
Well, I'll take that too.
Is that the right answer?
We sent the emails. Doc, did you do the paperwork?
I hope I did the paperwork.
We're just waiting for them to get back to us, but
That's my choice.
it would be a wild one. So the FTR is like the obvious one. So I just wanted to get everyone's insights just to see any fun book. So Doc said FTR, Gunner said Country Air. Perch, you?
I would say the most intriguing matchup could be the guys who just came to be, Malachi Black and Brody King. That would be a cool moment, and they would beat the hell out of each other. All four of them.
Well, Perch just stole mine. So Yeah, that was mine too. Brody King and Malachi Black. I think FTR is really the kind of like the obvious choice with how Ring of Honor everything's going along. But I would just imagine if like the lights cut off and Malachi and Brody just showed up, just showing that like, yeah, AEW is working. We're gonna be doing stuff, but it's not FTR right now.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm boring, but I think that match would be really good, and I want to see it.
No, you're not boring. They have told a story that now we're invested in wanting to see.
Yeah. So I'm simple.
I'm glad that we made the list, though. Thank you, Gunnar.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Watch GCW this week, and maybe Garcia will show up at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Who knows?
If not, text Doc and ask him why he forgot to submit the paperwork.
Please don't hit me up about that. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1